Hi, I'm Kathy Fuchs. I'm a local business owner and I care about green open spaces. And you probably don't know this, but the Isle of Wight Council are going to put a road across this green space and through those toilets over here and through the cafe. I think that's a really rubbish idea. And I want you to sign a petition to insist that the Isle of Wight Council go through the planning process to do this, because at the moment they're not going to do that. They're just going to bring in the bulldozers in the spring of 2022.
So what are they planning? Well, they will demolish these planters, which obviously cost money to put flowers in, and the cafe, and those 8 toilets, which happen to be the most used public facilities on the whole island, will go. The council will be getting rid of the parking outside all of those shops on the Esplanade and the restaurants, so businesses can't easily do takeaway.
From start to finish, I think it's something that's been brought together rather quickly. It doesn't satisfy anyone's needs of Ryde, and it will build loads of congestion here, and it's not pedestrian orientated, in particular to the customers on this side of the road for our businesses. I think there'll be a massive disruption during the construction, which is bound to overrun because everyone says 16 months and really they mean more like 2 years plus. There'll be massive disruption there. It will be very difficult for pedestrians to get across to this side of the road. In the plans that they say they can't change, but they may be able to change, we'll have a taxi rank all the way along here. And that will be detrimental to not only my business or mine and my wife's business, but to all these businesses along this street.
Hello, it's Anna here from Michelangelo Restaurant. I'm Italian, but I'm also British. I'm here since 2000, so more than 20 years. I came to the Isle of Wight because I like the Isle of Wight very much, for the nature, for the beauty, and Ryde especially for the Victorian features. I like the art and I recognize the art. What I don't like about this new planning is that the art and the history has not been considered. It has been neglected. There are 2 ways to destroy a town. One is to neglect the beauty that is already there, and the other one is to overbuild new things, useless, that we don't need, and they destroy the social life and the cultural life of a country.
They are putting 8 sets of traffic lights in down at the bottom of George Street, and almost all of the buses will come through here to get out of town. The extra stopping of the traffic will cause a lot of congestion and fumes all the way up Union Street, St Thomas's Street and along the Esplanade and around the pier.
I'm Mandy Haslam and I'm a resident living at the bottom of George Street. The plan looks like it could have the potential to have improvements, but it does need that scrutiny, and points have been highlighted where it could potentially make things worse for pedestrians and cyclists. And we only get this, I don't know, if we get this wrong, it could be, I don't know how many generations before there'll be opportunity to correct it.
The council seem to be too embarrassed to admit that it is a bad idea, but they've sat on it for 3 years now. They say that if we don't take this plan, we will lose £10 million of grant funding. I think if you've got a bad plan, it's no good to just spend money for the sake of it. If they'd worked a bit harder and looked at all the things people have said over the years about this area, they would have known we needed mostly a walkway and a cycleway to get to the hovercraft. And having the hovercraft done a brilliant job during lockdown, but if you're in a wheelchair or you've got difficulty climbing stairs, you really can't access that service. The new road is going to go uphill 1.5 metres, and we're going to be able to see, because it'll all be clear, the side of the lovely train station, which has been derelict now for over a year. So unless we say strongly to the council, we don't care how embarrassed you look. We want to be able to use the toilets, have a cuppa. We like to use the facilities that have been here since the 1920s, and we don't want you to get rid of them. Please sign the petition at www.change.org Ryde Esplanade matters. And that will send a message to the council that they can't just bulldoze this space.